Well, the planet Earth is ripe for dysfunctionality now. As we keep going down and down this road of chaos and dysfunctionality, we come upon, yes, the day that the doctor was dragged off the United Airlines flight. I was very outraged when I just saw the video. It was just, it was so hard for me to watch that. Wasn't it hard for you? To see a doctor who paid for his flight, was all legal, seated and minding his own business, and they come in and tell him that he has to get off the flight because they overbooked, because of a mistake that United Airlines did. Well, I used to use airlines a lot back when I was in the military. I did a lot of flying in civilian aircraft, and when they overbooked, you know what they would do? They would take the passengers that couldn't get on the flight and immediately book them on either another flight, and they'd be the only ones on the plane, or they would give you over to another airlines, and the two airlines would split the profit. Nowadays, nada. That made me so mad. And now the news comes out that, that the plane really wasn't overbooked.
One thing is true, they all lead back to you.
Well, our camera is having some technical troubles. Here's how I figure it. The doctor had a legitimate reason being on that plane, a better reason than most. That puts him on a priority list. Who gets to sit on that plane? If the airlines were doing it the way they did it in the 80s, 70s and 80s, you wouldn't have this trouble. So apparently they need to go back and re-examine that. But that's not the point, is it? The point is here that the power to the people is now in charge. We, the people, have the power to say, I'm not flying on that airline. And guess what happens to that airline, huh? See, I don't think the airline can do anything now. It's at the will of us. It's time for us to teach the big corporations a thing or two, isn't it? See, the thing that's so nice about this is that there's nothing illegal about trying to find another airline to do your trip with other than United. So Pink Barrio we're calling for a boycott of United. Spread the word, spread this video, and we'll see if we can't start turning the tides on who's in control, the corporation or the people.
Why can't I get it right? The message is clear, the signs are all
Let's talk about another item, healthcare here in the U.S. Yes, it's going to get bad, isn't it? So what's the latest? Well, the Orange Man has now threatened the Democrats with not paying the federal insurance bill for Obamacare, blackmailing the Democrats into voting for his bill. That's exactly what he's just done. Healthcare in the U.S. is in crisis right now because nobody knows whether they're going to get paid or not for services rendered. If we go with the current bill, higher premiums, higher deductibles, non-regulated drug costs. The drug companies get to charge whatever price they wish, regardless, just as long as they make a profit, isn't it, huh? So the Orange Man is really causing chaos throughout the world and the U.S. itself. His press spokesman says that Hitler never gassed his own people. Well, that right there tells me that these people have never read a history book in their life. And it is so disgraceful that they would even let him be the press secretary. Jeez, and they think he's smart. He doesn't even know history, and you're in charge of the country? How can you run anything without knowing the past? The past is such a good teacher, yet the Orange Man doesn't think so. So we're still waiting to get verified on Vidme, so we sort of stopped videoing over there because I ran out of room. Apparently you have to be verified to get any room to put videos up. So that's all on hold until we get verified, and if they don't verify us, then we stay here on Google Tube for now. Okay, it's ongoing. The winds are starting to pick up and it's getting later in the day. I've got to get back. But one more thing I want to talk about was the war with North Korea coming up here. Apparently China is going to take sides with the U.S., which is hard to believe. Though they're sending, 150,000 troops to the border at this time with North Korea. The U.S. of Empire is starting another war. They also are calling for regime change. That call from the U.S. is becoming so constant and continuous around the world that no one even pays attention to it anymore. And if you don't think that the U.S. isn't coming after you. Whichever country you're in, you're wrong. It's just a matter of time. They'll figure a reason why your country will need a regime change. Well, I certainly do appreciate all the comments on the last videos. You guys always have good comments, and I read every one that I see. So I'll put on as many videos as I can during this very busy time. I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers, even to YouTube. The YouTube channel's not going anywhere. So go ahead and subscribe. Don't worry, they'll unsubscribe you pretty soon. They've unsubscribed almost every new subscriber in the last 3 weeks. So, until next time, let's go look at this butterfly.